Audio check, audio check.
Audio check, check, check.
Wow, it's delayed so much.
Yeah, geez, that was... I thought I just wasn't speaking. Yeah. Okay, we got it.
Yeah. So much delay though.
That's a good 10-second delay.
At least. You can speed it up. Okay, that's good though. Alright, let's get into it. Da-na-na-na-na. 1, 2, 3. Higher capital.
Yeah. Well, you've been
Bing,
building for the last
bong. Yo, hey, folks. Welcome back to Surely Sound Studio. My name is Martin. You can call me Marty. This is my show, so let's go. I got AK with me today. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Excited to get the show on today.
Let's go. Going to talk about Bitcoin in the markets and how we might be fucked. Just a little bit. Let's get into it and dissect it here. Okay, so first of all, let's zoom out and just remember we have come down a fair bit, but we have been climbing up for quite a while too. So let's get the music back going here.
Yeah, we're never looking at the short game here. We're always looking long term.
Absolutely. So definitely, yeah, like, you know, this is kind of exactly what I was talking about. We've been talking about this whole time, this inefficiency down here that will likely get filled before moving forward, and that's good. That's healthy market structure.
Yeah, it has to. It's just
Like last time we spent a year going sideways in here to fill this, to fill that area up, and then moving back, and then coming back to retest it, but not even like if this is the high, we've left a gap in here. So there's definitely, it would make a lot of sense to continue lower. And honestly, if you look at it, we have a breakdown, a relief rally, 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 a breakdown, right? We're in a downtrend. This is what looks like it would happen to me. I want to quickly look at this compared to MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy has gone down a fair bit. But we were expecting this. Like, we put this green box on here back when we were way up here.
yeah.
And we expected to come down here, and now we're frozen. How far have we come down?
They're also
60%
yeah.
from the top up there.
I'm down about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down on my MicroStrategy. I do hold some, but I'm not selling it. Honestly, this is where we were looking to buy.
Yeah, I wish I had sold more at the top and doubled up my shares right now.
Yeah, this is where you're looking to add. But then again, like, this is, and if you look at, like, this is the MicroStrategy, this is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This is MicroStrategy, this is Bitcoin. It's almost identical as far as we had a consolidation last a couple of years ago to a double top. Consolidation, double top, bearish divergence.
And right now, with banks and investors kind of attacking Bitcoin, you're going to see that with MicroStrategy, because he was the first. And
yeah,
that's what they're after right now. That's why his stocks are hurting. It's a silent war. Nobody knows what's going on.
Absolutely.
This is need to kind of pay attention.
Exactly. Yes. Well said. This is World War III. What's happening right now? It's all digital.
Yeah.
It's all about capital.
All about money.
It's all about money. It's all about like control and power, right? Because the back in the World War I and World War II, they're fighting for physical gold.
Yeah, like what do you think banks are? Banks took your physical value and traded you paper, nothing.
Trash.
Yeah, trash. Burn it. It's nothing.
And then
now,
and then convinced you that it's okay for them to print it indefinitely.
yeah,
And it's
to
okay.
devalue your money. You're an economic slave.
Yeah.
You can't see it because
Absolutely.
you're blind to. Well, this is just the way it's always been.
Well, that's why they want to keep it at 2% per year, to try and keep you from seeing what's happening.
Exactly.
But when
so,
inflation spikes to 14% or 50%,
and when you train generation after generation to be reliant on it, and just to expect, I'm just 2% valueless every year I get older. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. You have to work 2% harder. You're supposed to work less as you get older.
Yeah.
Not
you're
more.
supposed to be more valuable as you get older because you're supposed to become wiser.
Yeah.
Not dumber.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I mean, you can still do that in this system, but people don't become wiser. So
no, because they expect the bank and the government just to hand them everything.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I was
do not
talking to a guy yesterday about Bitcoin. He goes, well, the government's not just going to buy it and give it to people. I was like, no, of course not. That's why you need to buy it.
They don't do their own research.
What are you talking about? Well, the government gives me cash.
Yeah,
well, that's because
that's easy.
It's a scam.
Yeah, that's a Ponzi.
Yeah, I would give you a scam and gladly let you take part and build my society for me too.
Exactly, right? Yeah, so anything that's like, it seems too good to be true, come on, you got to think for yourself for a bit here. And so now you're paying for it later. And the thing was, they did this 50 years ago with 1971, taking off the gold standard, knowing full well that it wasn't going to affect them and their generation. It was going to affect the future generations. They needed to get themselves out of a bind right then and there, and all they were worried about with themselves. Did not care about the future because they knew it wouldn't affect them, of course. And they know that they're positioned properly by holding assets and not holding cash, so that they will be fine, right? And of course, if everybody had the same education and everybody was able to store their wealth in assets, then it would be fine. But no one has the education. No one wants to do it for themselves when they're not properly educated.
And why is that? Because the same people who are buying the assets are the ones teaching you not to buy them.
Absolutely. Yeah, and telling you to divide your family. Everybody pay taxes. Everybody get their own house. Everybody.
Yeah, the taxes is nuts.
Like, it's like, buy one house with your family and everybody live there, make a big house, big farm. Like that's how you create generational wealth. When everybody splits up and everyone lives in a condo, then no one's building anything.
No one's self-sufficient. No one knows how to do anything.
No, everyone has to pay for childcare because
because they can't take care of their own children
and they don't. But if you had family around and you lived in a big complex with, right, as big as you can, so you have space from your family, but also they're there when you need them, and that's how you become self-sufficient, like generational wealth. That's what they do.
Yeah, don't put your parents in a home. Put them in your basement.
It's like, well,
get their pension to pay your rent.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, invest in the family, not your own stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why there are certain families that run the entire world.
Because they've been doing it longer.
Family.
They've been doing it longer,
well,
right? That's all it takes, because
years, right?
Exactly, right? With the monetary policy eroding, the longer you're in the game, the more ahead you will be.
Yeah.
Right? As long as you live in that way. But the thing is you're right. The school system, society itself, they teach the complete opposite, and they reward the complete opposite, which is crazy because you're not getting rewarded. It's false. It's a false sense of reality, a false sense of accomplishment. Oh, you bought your own, it's like,
yeah, you bought your own house. Well, you didn't buy your own house. You're in debt for 30, 35 years.
Right.
I
mean, it's a start.
Interest rates they tell you.
Yeah, and it's a start if you're coming from nothing. Like, you got to start somewhere. But like, ultimately, the reason why you did it in the first place is probably not for your family's, for building generational wealth, right? So it's like, if you want to see things get better for your offspring and their offspring, well, then you need to play the game properly. And 99.9% of the people play the game wrong.
No, they don't have a clue.
Right?
They just live their day-to-day life,
and they just keep passing. They
because they don't want to be educated. They'd rather watch their,
Exactly. It's so easy now too, right? Like, it's crazy.
There's way too many distractions for people to care enough to be like, well, I want out of this, but I don't want to do it myself.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
How many years are you going to spend there trying to play a victim, and rather than being like, well, you know what? I'm going to be self-sufficient. I'm going to go learn myself.
Yeah. I know. And it sucks too, because like, we have the internet and you can learn literally anything you want to for free. You don't have to go to college anymore. You don't have to go to any post-secondary university.
No, you can go to a library and get the same books as colleges and universities and read the same stuff and test yourself.
It's true, right? It's true. I have been able to do it for a while, but now it's just AI. Like it's all in your pocket too.
AI,
and the other thing too is that like people these days, I mean, for the most part, unless you're in a closed circle and you need to become part of that closed circle, you're going to need some sort of paperwork. But if you are actually in the rest of the world, they just want to see results. Like honestly, if you have a piece of paper that says you can do something versus a guy that doesn't have a piece of paper that says he can do something but the job is done better, the guy that does the job better is going to get the job, is going to keep the job, is going to be held around. Like nobody ever asks me for pieces of paper. Nobody ever wants to see my qualifications on paper, and I'm doing okay. Because of the things that I've done and the work that I have done in the past, right? Like the finished product shows for itself, regardless of what you're doing, what you're creating.
And who's qualifying you anyways? What makes them qualified? Let's see what they're doing versus my stuff.
It's all about the person who's putting the money out. Whoever's buying, whoever's spending the money has got to be the one ultimately who will make the decision on who's going to do the job. And it's not going to take, they obviously want what's best for the money they're going to spend, so they are going to pick what they're not going to look at a piece of paper. I mean, nowadays, maybe if anything, like Google reviews, check out your Instagram page, like something like that. That's the kind of thing that people will do nowadays to look for what they're going to consume, where they're going to spend their money, right? So it's like, unfortunately, I mean, it sounds weird, but it's like going to college and university is more of just like a social building thing than anything.
It is.
You're learning how to network. That's good too, because you definitely are meeting a lot of people.
That's what all growing up is about. Is networking and meeting people and getting along, and that's why you'll see the salespeople. They'll have been the people that were friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just there in your face and they don't even need to graduate to be a salesman. You just need to be good at whatever you
providing
provide.
Value. Yeah, providing value.
You need a piece of paper to provide value. Find something you're good at and do it.
Yeah,
the value will come later on.
Absolutely, and then of course continue to educate yourself on how to store it properly
and find better ways. Invent, keep
innovation. Absolutely, and everybody needs something new, right? That's how the only time you ever see anything happen. But okay, so that's all good stuff, but I really want to talk about what we see for the next year. I think on all these charts, if we do see a relief rally, that's great, but I don't see all-time highs again until like 2027, maybe 2028.
Really?
Probably. Everyone's thinking like, oh yeah, we're like liquidity's going in. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. We could continue to rally from here. There is a lot of things as far as QE, interest rates, but I don't think it's going to be enough, honestly. I feel like we've had a lot of money pump into the markets already. They have moved up a substantial amount over the last 3 years. It's you got to understand here that we're not talking about millions of dollars coming into these markets anymore. We're talking about hundreds of billions. So that's why the price, as it matures, isn't going to be as volatile.
That's why it's best to get into it while it is volatile.
Well, you make the most money early on, no matter what. You make the most of whatever you're doing, whether you're investing in a startup company, is new technology, anything, right? Of course, are the early investors are the ones that are highly rewarded, but they're also taking the higher risk. Right? So higher risk, higher reward.
In another 4 years, we're going to be sitting here talking, and where we're looking right now is going to be looking
absolutely
like the left side.
Exactly. That's what continues to happen. So yeah, it looks like nothing back there, but when it
first started,
when you're in it, right, and then it gets crazier and crazier and crazier, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I said this to so many people when we were here. I was like, you see this? This is going to look small after what we see here. And sure enough,
nobody listened.
No, I mean, a few people listen, but pretty much. But here we go, right? And so now it would make sense to come back down and fill some inefficiencies in here, right? And spend some time Spend some time. This is good though. This is good.
Yeah, it needs to look like the middle there for a little bit.
It's good for exactly right, and have another little. And this is exactly what happened last time too.
Yep.
And we're gonna have a series of events in 2026 that are gonna continue to push the price of all markets down. But this is how they do it. Okay, so they're making a lot of people think right now that the markets are gonna go higher, which they could. They very well could. I get it. We're living towards hyperinflation here. So ultimately the markets will go up. But you have to be also prepared for the reality that they're going to manipulate as much as they possibly can, push down the markets, scare you, get you out, do whatever they can do to get you out, because they know ultimately what we know, and that is the dollar is going to zero inevitably over time. So
that's why they're printing the hell out of it right now, to buy as many assets and put their dollar into other things before they devalue
Absolutely.
it and restart their debt.
Absolutely.
Which is exactly the silent world war which is going on right
now. They did it with real estate. We saw real estate jump
2007, 2008.
Right.
We keep seeing the history.
Right. So now they're going to be doing it with digital assets. I saw
the AI bubble.
But the thing is that we might not even be anywhere near a burst. And honestly, with this technology, it would make a lot more sense for there not to be a burst, because you got to think, like before with the housing market, the internet was still fairly new. Everything was over leveraged for physical assets that needed to be physically. The reason why everything collapsed is because nobody was buying. We kept building because they would allow us to borrow off the build, borrow off the build. But then nobody bought those houses eventually, and that's what happened. They overproduced, but there wasn't enough demand to keep up with it. But now what's happening now is AI is never going to lose demand, because
I guess so. It's a continuation.
It's going to be integrated into everything. It's not a house that somebody needs to live in. It's going to be what's everybody's going to use for everything. There's never going to be no demand for AI after what we've witnessed now, after 2024, 2025, these 2 years, like the last couple years of AI innovation and how it's been exceeding expectations, ramping up in how efficient it is. It's been getting insane. I was using AI when it first came out, and it was like, ooh, it's funny. It was funny. Like, this is funny. This is to use for a joke because it's funny. But now it's like, whoa, this is getting a little bit crazy now, and it's getting crazy fast. So definitely something you need to pay attention to, and also just understand that it's going to be integrated into the world a whole different way than the real estate market was, and the real estate market was former investment market. We are seeing the shift to the digital investment market. Hopefully, it's a smooth one, but ultimately it should be good, because the price of houses should go down.
Everything should be going down.
Everything should be going down.
Half the people shouldn't have jobs anymore, which means which means all these companies don't have to pay those people. Yeah. Right. So that means the price of products go down.
Right.
It's not scary not having a job. If you can all survive on that one income, one stays home, one goes to, that's
also
great.
Or you understand, that's how it should be, how it was in the 50s, right?
Imagine living on one wage and being able to do everything and take 3 vacations a year.
And not have
2 cars.
Yeah.
My God,
dude. Well, you know what's funny is that's what happened when
people are afraid to live like that again.
Well, because they don't understand it, right? They don't understand. They've never had a chance for hard money. But check this out. So, everybody wants the view, nobody wants to climb, right? That is definitely what we were talking about before, a bit of an issue. But you definitely got to provide that value before you're going to get the view. Mm-hmm. But let's see here. Am I on this post? Go back. Listen to this. This is good.
Letting Bitcoin until like space, and once I did start seriously, like it was an immediate. I think it's at like up 10%, 20% just on this. How scary it is from the outside, but once you're inside, it's like so refreshing and relaxing to know that. And this is the thing that all Bitcoiners know, and this is why Bitcoiners are such fun people. And you're a great example of this. Is that I've noticed that when I meet Bitcoiners, they're just calmer. They're just chill, and they're not stressed like regular Americans, because I think most of us don't even realize how much of our daily stress and tension is coming from financial instability, and this sort of subtle knowledge that I'm the system has constantly got me on this, and most people don't realize they're on this treadmill of like, why is it that I can never afford anything? Why is it that I'm always trying to make rent and I'm always trying to pay my bills? And like, and the moment you start to put more and more of your assets into Bitcoin, you don't even notice it at first, maybe if you're not paying attention to the tokenomics of why this is happening, but it's like, oh, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Because as this all gets harder, my number's going up in the background and I'm just chilling.
Right? Like I couldn't have said it better myself. So shout out to whoever this guy is. I scrolled upon this morning, had to repost that because that's what it's like. And the reason why everyone else is depressed and sketched out and is anxious is because they're the financial instability.
Well,
right?
The system is collapsing. It's been the 100
exactly.
years. We are now going to shift into a new 100-year age of new work hours, new work life.
Absolutely.
Nothing is going to be the same.
Yeah.
And you need to stop being afraid with it and just learn how to adapt with it and learn how to integrate it positively without the government taking over everything.
It's happening with or without you.
Yeah.
Right.
Get used to it. I don't like every aspect of it either, but here we are.
As long as you position yourself properly, you'll be fine.
Exactly.
Right. It's those who don't have the discipline to make sure that they're taking care of themselves and taking care of what the potential future may hold that are going to suffer, unfortunately.
So 90% of the world.
Yeah, right. And those are the people. It's weird because the way that the world works, it's almost like a filter. Like the way that society works naturally filters the people that don't want to provide the value out into poverty.
Mm-hmm.
The people that do, it's possible. It's very possible. But if you spend all your time consuming shit,
which is in North America,
then
traded everything for convenience.
It makes it like life will constantly get harder because you are positioning yourself not where you possibly better. I don't know. It's like it's hard to say without being offensive. Those that are going to get offended by that are the people that are being sifted out.
Yeah, great.
It's unfortunate, right? But it's like, I'm trying to be a nice guy here, but come on, guys. No. Come on, get your shit together. No, it's not that hard.
No, live with people who provide value, and you have a great society. I mean, that's the hard part, right? Is people who grew up in the 80s and the 90s live in two different worlds. We live in a world before technology, and then we live in a world with technology. Mm-hmm. So it's,
we're aware of what it's like without it.
Exactly.
So we have the means. Do we have a proper perspective for analysts?
Yeah,
which
is hard. Which is hard to deal with newer generations who were born after the iPhone came out.
Yeah. That's crazy. A little quick price action here. Oh, okay. I was gonna take a long for the stream, but look we're just doing the same thing. So honestly, I'm like, old me would have been looking for longs here, but honestly, what new me is looking for is a short from right like up in here, because we're just doing the same thing. We're going down, and we're making these relief rallies, but then we're breaking down, and we're trying to relief, and we're breaking down, and we're doing it again, or we're walking down the stairs. We're walking down the stairs, and take a look at the liquidation heat map. We do have a lot of liquidity up here at 96, 97, 98K.
That's gonna be the top.
This, but also look at this. Like, this is just, that is sketchy, man. This is exactly what you see. It bets like bounce is gonna make another. We got a lot more liquidity that's closer here, which make a lot more sense for us to come down and sweep some lows. And of course, the more time we spend going down, the more people are shorting. Exactly, right? So they're just building more liquidity. They don't have to go get this right now. That's the thing. We were talking about this before. Exactly, right? When Bitcoin did this move up here, and we thought this liquidity was gonna get taken. Like, we knew it was gonna get taken, right? It was all a matter of when. And then we ended up front running the low and just start pumping over like 8 days in a row, pumping with massive liquidity down here. Like, I was like, it's gonna get taken eventually. I kept saying it's gonna get taken eventually. Don't take your eye off this. I know we're pumping right now, and I was like, okay. And then we saw a little bit of a what looked like we were running out of momentum, and it was like, yeah, okay, guys, this is probably the top. And one of my charts, I had it marked out. I don't know which one it was, but
it was like years in advance.
It was on the day. I probably might have been this chart. I got the drawings turned off. No, it wasn't this one. But this is the same thing too. Like, it's just there it is, to the day for a while. And here's my drawing that I figured would happen afterwards. Whoop. So we've already come down further, but this is what I kind of figured. We're right to the same area where I figured we'd probably bounce, and then come back up and retest before dropping lower. But I don't know. I'd say I put that on my other chart. I had that green box that I said we're probably just going to go sideways in for a while. And I mean, that's most likely what's going to happen. Yeah. Come back for the low. Here we go. Here's the green box that I figured we'd probably spend quite a bit of time in. We're breaking out of this. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good, folks. This is bad. We're breaking down. So that's technically, if you're a technical trader, this is a bear flag. If you can't get back inside of it, this is where you'd be looking for large short positions. Large whales would be looking for shorts in this situation here. I mean, you could drag this down a little bit, and you're still a little protected. Depends on where you want to put that. I probably made that on a smaller time frame. So on the daily, I don't know. There you go. You move the line, and now it's not so bad. But ultimately, the shape is the same. The momentum is the same. We are not looking good as far as a big bounce. I think we might see little reliefs, but ultimately, for the next 10 months, we are going to be in a downtrend.
And this is going to be the only show that tells you to buy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just
Everyone
it. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for, right? We got the green boxes down here are where you want to be looking to buy. And I probably had a red box up here on one of the other charts, but it's like the red boxes are what we sell into. We take profits as we pump, and we start to stack as we dump. Like, this is a great buying opportunity. For a fact you're not buying the top. Yeah. Right? Like, don't worry about catching bottoms or catching tops. Worrying about momentum and averaging in is going to be where you're going to make the money long term.
Oh, the best way to look at it is just start transferring your current assets into Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what price it is.
It's true. Yeah, like,
just start transferring all
that's
your
the beauty
assets
about
into it before the world does it for you.
Yeah.
It forces you to just be in their digital world.
Well, and somebody else will profit off of it, just like somebody else profits off of everything that happens now, right? Like, you get this, and you get this. Like, you get these things, but somebody else profited off of importing it over here, packaging it, and giving it to you, right? So it's the same thing here. But the thing is that with technology, you can do all of this from your smartphone. You don't need people to do anything for you.
Give up some of those pathetic conveniences that everyone needs these days, and put the $20 into Bitcoin and start transferring wealth over and build it over the next couple of years and see where you are in 4 years.
Oh man, if you
that's an apprenticeship.
If you can, yeah, exactly. If you can afford to put $10 a day into Bitcoin for the next 2 years, you will be very glad that you did. You'll actually be upset that you didn't put more in.
Yeah. That was me when I first started. I was upset I wasn't putting more.
That's what happens.
Even though the whole year that I'd been buying when I first started, it was red. I saw very little green, because that's what happens when you start DCAing.
Dude,
you're just buying at random prices, so you're going to see red for the first year.
Last bear market, I was trying to tell our wife, I was like, no more vacations, no more nothing. We're staying home. We're working 80 hours a week. Yeah. And we're honestly,
taking out loans, we're doing everything.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Tough.
And we're eating the same thing for dinner every day.
Yeah.
But no, she wasn't having any part of that. So that's how I would have lived through the last bear market, knowing what I know. And I couldn't blame her. I was like, I get it. Like, you're not understanding what's going to happen over the next 4 years like I do. You're not plugged in like I do. So it's like, I'm not going to create a problem that doesn't need to be there. I know.
I'm gonna put what I can into
exactly,
it,
right? Like, I know what's going to happen. Exactly.
Like,
and now she's coming around, obviously, because she saw the bull market and she saw how our life has been able to change a bit. And so she's like, okay, this is awesome.
For your children and stuff, right? It's all good.
So now this bear market, she's going to be into it. So it's going to be a good one. The bear market, and then I was telling her, the bear markets are where they make money. And plus, not only that, it's like the trading part of it.
Well, that's the thing. Keep buying Bitcoin while you're shorting it, and you're making money.
Exactly. Like, I shorted this, I longed this. Like, that inefficiency that we were talking about in this green box, I just absolutely slayed it. And it's like that. It just makes things so much easier. You don't, like, the knowledge is the power. And if you have any sort of depression or, mental issues whatsoever, you need to educate yourself, because mental wealth will take care of everything. All the health issues, all the mental health issues will be taken care of when you have a proper mental wealth, because they're all created by having a lack of mental wealth. You're uncomfortable. You're anxious about things because you don't know how much is this going to cost? I have no idea.
Yeah, you need to understand how the world works. It's not the fairy dust and crap your parents taught you, and things are actually a lot simpler than everyone makes them seem to be.
Yeah, it's tough. That generation was heavily misled too. So
yeah, that's the problem. Everything in life is a lot simpler and a lot more plain than you think. It is what it is.
Exactly. Everything else is just bullshit.
It's all noise to confuse you.
Exactly. They need to get as much frequency out there as they can to interfere with your base frequency. That's all you really need in this universe.
Yeah, start following the investors and seeing what they post, rather than following crap on social media, and start looking more at, well, where's the wealth? If I can't build it at my 8 to 5 or 9 to 5.
Well, that's another thing. That's so funny too, because now
find what these people are doing.
Exactly, and now we have the means to follow people.
Yeah.
Like you have platforms where you can go and follow people. You can literally just
follow their trades, their
exactly
daily trades, and just do what they do with $10.
Yeah, exactly. And then you just build your bag up to the point where it's like, and that's another thing too. It's like a lot of people are scared to lose $100.
I see, and that's a lesson I wish I was taught as a child, where you learn later in life, is like, find something where you can make $100 every day.
Yeah.
Right. And then take that $100 and invest it. Do something with it. Try to double it.
Yeah.
Because you're making $100 the next day too.
Yeah. You have to also have you have to have the mindset that that $100 isn't as big of a deal as most people think it is.
Yeah.
So it starts with $100, and if you understand how to scale, you can do this. You start with $10. Because $10 means let's start with $1. Whatever means nothing to you. The fact that you take whatever you can amount of money and just throw it away, rip it up. What doesn't matter to you? If $1 doesn't matter to you and you can afford to lose $1, you don't care, then put that dollar into investment and start to work with it. Yeah. Okay, and then see how it works. And then over time, you'll be able to put $10, because $10 isn't it's $10. I don't give a shit. $10, and then over time, $100. And then 1,000, and then you're at to the point where you're like, oh, I don't know, 100 grand. I don't really care. I'll put it into 100 grand. Okay, you might lose that 100 grand, but if you don't care about 100 grand, you're putting 100 grand into 10 different things. And if 3 of those things hit and 7 of them don't, 30%, those 3 things are going to pay for all the losses and then some. Each, because the way that the market works is that money all flows into it eventually, and money is going to all flow into Bitcoin eventually, because it's the hardest asset, because it's the most superior asset. Eventually everything will flow into Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter. It's all about the mindset of what you don't care to lose, because if you don't care to lose it, then you can just say, hey, you just go do this for me. If you like, I don't really care. But it's funny, because you, like, once you understand how the world works, you can trust, you start to trust it with more than you're like, you become irresponsible with it, because it just, the same thing keeps happening. I just keep making more money. But that's another thing.
Pattern.
That's true. That's a pattern. But if you can get burned if you come in too late, and there's people that are probably getting burned right now with this 30% drawdown.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
How many people again join the top? But we see this every cycle.
Yeah.
Right. You hear the people. I put my life savings into Bitcoin when it was,
over 100K.
Yeah, $120,000, and now it's down to 90,000 a coin. It's like, well, again, depending, what was your life savings? Was it just one Bitcoin at this point? Because if you're down 30K, I mean,
man,
who cares?
You got one Bitcoin. 30K. You're good, man.
Yeah, you got one Bitcoin.
That's the other thing.
Looking at Bitcoin as a dollar value.
Exactly.
And look at it as, I need more Bitcoin.
Exactly. And if you can wrap your head around it, start to price everything in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because then you start to realize that
everything's in sats.
Everything's getting cheaper.
Yeah.
Compared in Bitcoin, right? Everything's getting more expensive in the dollar value. But if you live on a Bitcoin standard, life's getting easier.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And then when you have times like this where we see drawdowns, then it's like, yes, perfect, right? Because you have a means of income. You're not going to get anywhere unless you have a means of income. Right. So you start by having a means of income, a proper budget that everything else is taken care of first.
And now you can spend more money on Bitcoin. You
right?
can take something out from somewhere and be like, all right, well.
Exactly. Planning for your future, thinking about your future, putting money away for your future, because that money is going to be worth more in the future than it is now. So all the value that you can provide now can actually pay you more in the future than it will now.
But see, this
if you can budget for it.
This is
right?
the crazy part. This is where you get the entire world who goes, well, I need a job with a pension then. Why? You know what a pension does is they take your own money and invest it for you.
Yeah. And then they take their commission.
And then they just add a little bit into it, and they're the ones making the 20%. Meanwhile, they're going to guarantee you what, $3,000 until the day you die when you retire at 65.
Yeah.
What are you going to last 10 to 15 years? So they're going to pay you maybe $300K for 35 years of investing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You could have left your imagine 35 years of investing that into Bitcoin, $200 a paycheck, instead of into a pension for 35 years.
Well, now
then see what you leave with your family,
right?
With, rather
and if you understand that, then you understand why Bitcoin was created in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? Because the whole pension idea, 401k, all the bank stuff, like people were clearly getting not getting out what they put in.
No, the people who are running it are taking the money.
Yeah. And the other people were just poisoned and meant to
They were manipulated to think that they were going to be taken care of by the government. So we'll do everything for you. Don't worry about it. Here, give us your money and all your assets.
Red flag. Red flag.
Yeah. When somebody asks for your stuff, don't.
Red flag. Red flag. It's crazy too because
And now we're left with the mess cleaning it up.
Yeah. Which we have the technology and the means to do. We need to do it. And I think honestly, it's inevitable. I don't think there needs to be crazy freaking protests and massive overthrows and violence. No. There doesn't need to be. People just need to start right? Like we have the means to just do your own thing. Just decentralize your life.
That video. Bitcoiners are all calm,
exactly,
relaxed and chill. Well, imagine a world
exactly
like that.
Oh man, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be so awesome.
A world of Bitcoiners just laid back, chill, being like, oh yeah.
I will admit, like I'm seeing it around 10 years ago. So Gypsies played a show last weekend, and 10 years ago we were in the same bars, and obviously the discussion in the green rooms and all the people, like because you meet a lot of people in those situations, is totally different than it is now. Like literally, there was probably 10, 20, 30 guys in and out, green room, staff, crew, bands, whatever else, right? And most of the talk was economics, finances, like real estate market, auto market, Bitcoin. Like everybody was much more in tune. Of course, we're all older. Everybody's in 30s to 40s, and back then we're all like 20s. So it's obviously a different. You're interested in different things.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin has barely just been in existence.
But I mean, whether it's my age or whether it's actually happening around, I'm noticing around me personally that it's becoming more common knowledge. I'm also surrounding myself with those people. Also, anybody that's surrounded by me has no choice but to hear a little bit here and there. Just hear a little bit here and there, right? And I try to like just keep to myself and put things on the internet. When people ask me about it, I'm just like, dude, just hop into the lives, I'll ask a question and I'll answer it then, right? Because I don't want to be pushing anything on people, because a lot of people get like, just with like Christianity and any type of religion, we've seen it in the past not work when people are like, hey, look at this, look at this, right? Like it doesn't work. People are like, whoa. So I'm not going to ever do that. If you have a question for me, happy to answer, happy to talk about it. I love to talk about it because it enlightens, it brings positive energy to the universe. When I can enlighten somebody else's life, it enlightens our entire universe.
It's just very hard to have that conversation. People want to talk about Bitcoin, but when you start explaining it to them, they're like, well, they're
just not ready. Those people aren't ready yet, right? Like, and it's going to take years. They just don't have enough of it, right? It's like, even when you talk about,
you can show them charts over the last 5 years versus theirs, and they still won't believe you, right?
It's because it doesn't matter who you are, no matter what you're learning, it's going to take multiple times over and over and over again. If you like, for instance, there's a lot of people out there these days that get like frustrated if something doesn't work out the first time. They think they're a failure. They're like, oh, this is ridiculous. They get emotional about it. They break down. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like, you have to fail to learn.
Yeah.
Like, don't be upset about your failures. Be upset about not doing anything. If you're doing something and failing, that means you're trying.
Well,
like
means
that's
you're
good.
learning.
Yeah, like
if you succeeded at everything, that means you just know everything, and
or it was probably something was manipulated and things were given to you, and you don't learn from your success, you learn from your failures.
Failure, constant failure is. I mean, everybody who's built successful businesses, the biggest people in the world, are all failures.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ask them.
But the thing is you just don't quit.
Yeah.
Right. So you keep
they
going.
They found another thing, or they found a solution. Why did it fail? What's the solution
to
fix that failure?
The one thing is that everybody does move at their own pace, right? For instance, kids speaking English or learning a language, right? When they're first born, they obviously can't talk, but you surround yourself with a family that communicates in a language, and within a few years, give or take, right? Everyone's different. You get it, right? And the only reason that happened is because you were with those people all day, every day for the years, right? And that's learning a language, So think about something new that you're learning later in your life. You're not going to get it you might not even get it in a year or two, right? You still can't get frustrated about it if you don't get it in a year or two. You need to spend more time and surround yourself with it more, consume it more, surround yourself with people that are doing it and succeeding, right? Make yourself the stupidest person in the room so that you can learn. Right? You always try to, right? So then that's the only way to get smarter is to do that. But if you get frustrated with, or it's just emotional in any sense. Like some people get frustrated, some people get it's not for me, whatever type thing. But it's like ultimately you live in the same system as I do, so it's definitely for you, for your benefit, right? To learn it, to understand it, and it's crazy like how many people I'll meet at a certain situation, and somebody else will be like, "Oh yeah, hey, you should meet Marty. He's a Bitcoiner. He knows about finance and blah blah." Like it's ridiculous. I've had people like that. I've had people that I've met for 10 minutes offer to give me 10, 20, 30 grand. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
How about we have a beer and just chat? Just settle down with your freaking. I got this right. Oh, you can do that. I'm like, no, not gonna do that. I'm not interested in giving a man a fish. I will teach you how to fish. Yeah. Okay, that's way more beneficial to everybody if I do that, and plus I don't want your money at all. Like I don't care about doing that.
Yeah, I'm not making you rich. I'm here for me.
Yeah, and I'm here for just making the situation that we live in with everybody, like you said, because everybody's chiller. Then if everybody's not stressed, then we have less problems in the streets, we have less crime, we have less homelessness, everything becomes better. I would rather live in a utopian society. I would rather be part of creating a utopian society for my future generations to live in than I would making money. I don't care about money.
No, money is evil.
Exactly.
It's actually evil. It's at its root. It's meant to divide,
erode,
conquer,
exactly,
and rule. It's
absolutely
not meant to bring together, provide, and build.
That's why I'm not in it for money at all. That makes no sense to me.
No, it's a payment to a slave.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than actually living on your owner's land and being provided a house and food and all that, now you pay the owner to provide you for a house and all the other shit in the, aspect of freedom. It's not free when you owe everything to a bank.
Yeah, that's when you have to get up every morning and have to do this and have to do that. If you don't do it, you're screwed. If you get injured, you're fucked.
I didn't make enough to pay my bills. That's not freedom.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Freedom is being able to wake up and be like, yeah, screw it. Yeah. I'll do this today.
Exactly. And being able to, take your family to lunch and
just live life like we used to be able to. Kind of.
So this is funny. Silver is money. Gold is money. Okay, send me some right now. You can't, because of the shittiest forms of money in existence today. You can send printed dollars in Bitcoin right now. These things they don't call money. I mean, this is funny, but honestly, silver and gold, you can't do much with in a digital era. So like you were saying, how we're moving into the next 100 years, the next century. It's like there might be some use case for these. The prices are skyrocketing recently, I know, and if you've done good on gold, good for you.
Minerals and stuff, and I mean, they do use gold.
We use gold in technology, right? And there's a reason why the gods liked gold, and they were obviously more technologically advanced than we were. So
and if you want to get on all the alien shit and how they hover over all those places and
it's just all the energy, right? Exactly, right? Aliens, gods, what's the difference? But what for us little humans down here, we can.
It's a useless form of payment.
The Bitcoin is instant. Like that's what people don't understand. It's like if I get $10,000 and somebody pays me $10,000 for a check, I go and I put that check in the bank, and then I probably can't do anything with that $10,000 for like a week.
Yeah, and
with Bitcoin, if somebody sends me $10,000 in Bitcoin, it's in my wallet, and I can now send it to somebody else within minutes.
Yeah.
If that's not valuable to you, I don't know what is.
Well, not only that, self-custody.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's gonna freeze your assets.
We're audited every 10 minutes here, folks. Audited every 10 minutes, and people are worried about, oh, I don't want to get audited, taxes, government. It's like Bitcoin's audited every 10 minutes, and it's going great.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to be in a system that there is full trust in, full transparency, because that works for everybody.
You can't manipulate it.
Exactly. There's a reason why the people that are above you are telling you that it's not a good idea, because it exposes them.
Imagine a scammer calling your grandma trying to fake the amount of sats they have on their ledger.
Exactly. You can't do that.
It's impossible. You can do it with your bank.
Absolutely.
You can do it with anything else.
Yeah.
You can't do it on blockchain.
Yeah. And even with AI, like it doesn't you can.
I mean, I'm sure there's obviously going to be screen manipulations, but
that's it though. It's only going to be screen.
You can log into your own thing and then be like, okay, well, mine's showing a different number.
Exactly right. It's only going to be a screen manipulation. They can't manipulate the blockchain itself.
And they can't take it if it's on your ledger or on another cold storage.
This is so funny.
Only you.
Exactly right. How to stop Bitcoin? You can't.
Yeah.
Because, ultimately, if they were gonna able to stop it, it would have been stopped by now.
I used to hate it when it first came. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, right. Because
you gotta hate it before you love it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Before you understand it.
Well, yeah, because you've been taught to understand a broken system.
Yeah.
But you can't understand a system that actually works and makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's true, and there's like people literally have blockades in their mind put up.
Oh, it's been put into you for so long, right? Your parents grow up, buy a house, because that was what they were taught. You need to buy a house. Land was valuable.
Yeah.
Well, we're a different generation.
Exactly. You know what's funny? I told people to buy Coca-Cola in 2020. People were like, "Oh, what should I buy?" I was like, "Coca-Cola's down right now. It's probably going to be a pretty good investment."
Dude, Jesus. Is that Coke right now?
This is Coca-Cola. Yeah. This is the daily. Let's go back to the weekly. But in 2020, Coca-Cola took a nice dive, and I was like, you know what? I would never personally. I mean, where was it? 2020 was, here. So this little thing here.
What?
Coca-Cola was only 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. Coca-Cola was like $23, and now it's $165.
So if that's not inflation for you.
Yeah, that has nothing nothing has changed with Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, what, if that's not inflation, that is a perfect example.
Exactly right. Nothing's changed with Coca-Cola. It's the same shit. Honestly, it's probably
it's cheaper to produce.
Well, there you go. This is a illustration of the product itself getting shittier, but them making more money.
That's insane.
Right? So, this is the kind of stuff that you really like. I don't know. It's like, right? How do you not look at this
in 5 years and
be like, whoa, what's happening, right? I mean, you don't have to know anything about charts to realize that there's something happening
they
here.
Should be investigated,
yeah, right.
Clearly.
Like for decades we went between $14 and $20, and now in 5 years we're up to 100 and. Like this is hyperinflation. Like I've been telling people this for
the crash.
a while, right?
Fucking stock market crash.
Right. Well, best case, it's a melt up, right? Best case scenario, we do come down, but like the thing is that it will be very short lived if we do.
I'll be selling everything right now on Coke. Holy, if that keeps going up, man, that's a better investment than Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, Coke has outperformed
like in 5
recently.
Years. That's insane.
Well, the stock market is meme coins now. Like everyone was worrying about alt season. What happened to alt season? It's like it went to the traditional markets. People went to, people went to Amazon. People went to Coke. People went to.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the S&P. Everything's
S&P.
It's all doing great.
Like the traditional stock market is the meme coin. Apple stock, like all these are making all-time highs.
Yeah. See. Yeah. If this isn't world manipulation at its finest right here in these stocks, I haven't even looked at. This is insane. Look at how much they were worth 5 years ago to now. That's inflation.
Yeah.
That's why you can't afford anything.
And the thing is too is like we are looking like we're somewhere around here. as far as, maybe a top. I mean, it could continue to go on. Like, we know that if it does come down, it's just going to bounce, right? So it's like if you're DCAing in, like this was earlier this year, March and April, everyone thought it was over. This was the bear market. I was like, oh man, this is juicy. And look at it, only lasted 3 weeks.
Now, you know what? That's going to make a nice little curve and come crashing down.
Yeah, most likely it would make sense. But the thing is that most of it has to do with certain events. This was the tariff stuff, right? This is all Trump tariff things. And you have to understand that like all the stuff that they said in the news when they told you it was going to be the end of times, it's like, whoa, look where we are less than a year later.
Yeah. Oh, everything's
right. Have you paid attention to this? No, they make you pay attention to this. Yeah, but then they just distract you with something else.
Meanwhile, they all got rich during that.
Absolutely, right.
They're going to tell you the same thing next time, and right now, it's
right. Well, so we'll wait for it to happen and we'll trade it.
You need to get in here. You need to buy, and everyone, I'll bet you, is buying right now. And when it starts dipping again, they're all going to love it. They're all selling to you guys.
Money supply went into the negative in 2022 and 2023, but like ever since then it's just been whoosh. And I mean, we obviously needed to cool off with the hit that we had from 2020, 2021. Like there needed to be something, and so like it makes complete sense. But
I'm looking forward to the next 4 years.
Ultimately, we know that. It looks like volatility is going to start to increase here maybe over the next. So yeah, like you were saying before we got hopped on though, December is probably going to be, it's holidays, right? So it's basically the same as summer. Not a lot happens.
Yeah. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, it'll be kind of January.
I wouldn't expect to see much. And the reason being is that we're in an institutional era now. People have talked about Santa rallies in the past, and you only ever see Santa rallies when it was retail, people actually getting together for Thanksgiving and Christmas and talking around the dinner table about Bitcoin and their finances and how their year has done, and then so you have a bunch of people sitting around the table all together for Christmas and stuff, and they're buying, and that's why you saw Santa rallies in 2017 and stuff like that. It's because it was all retail, but ever since 2021, it's been institutional money. So we've seen sideways summers, and we've seen bigger moves around the beginnings and ends of quarters where they need to report.
Yeah, they make their money or their losses and things
right.
Like that.
So exactly. So there's a very good chance that December will probably just do what we were talking about and stay in that box. So we'll look for longs at the lows and look for shorts at the highs, depending on how everything else looks. But
basically, we're almost starting to see Bitcoin become a traditional stock market in the sense of, because the institutions are involved in it now, and it's not just among the people. But I think it's going to be influenced by them as well.
Well, once we start, the thing that I think it's going to see is actually we're going to see like a reverse correlation, because the stock market has continued to pump while Bitcoin rounded off. Yeah. So Bitcoin's probably a leading indicator because it's so liquid. Because if something is going to happen, I can get rid of my Bitcoin instantly. It's going to take me, I have to talk to my broker if they're open, and then they're going to have to put in the order, and the order's going to have to get filled, and that's good. This could take days. Right, so the Bitcoin is the leading indicator because it is so liquid. Again,
I do love that. Anytime, any day.
Anytime, any day.
You're just
right, and that's why we pay attention to Bitcoin, because it is going to be your leading indicator to anything that's happening. So we've seen a top and a round off in Bitcoin already. There's a good chance that that's a leading indicator that the stock market probably in, I don't know, January, February, will probably see it will happen in March, April last year. So why wouldn't the same thing happen? I think things are starting to happen faster because the yield curve is inverting. So we're seeing everything happen faster and faster and faster. 10-year cycles become 4-year cycles, become 1-year cycles, become everything's that's what happens when the money printer, because it's all compounding, right? So the interest is compounding, which means the money printing has to compound to offset the interest rate. It's like, it's absolute madness, and mathematically does not work.
No, none of it does. They just do it because
there's no end to it. It's basically, it's just going to continue to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse faster, unfortunately. So that's why we Bitcoin, and that's why we educate ourselves and we do our own research, because ultimately you need to, or else you're going to be screwed. And well, you know what, actually, if we see So this here,
yes, that would have been a nice long to take, like you had said earlier.
maybe. I'm not sure about it yet. Like if we get rejected from right here, we could see us come down here. That's why I'm not taking the long. I want to see, if I want to take this long, I want to see us come up here and create some structure up in here. And then look for the continuation.
Hit that high.
I'm not into looking for lows. I'm not into looking for highs. I'm looking for a shift in momentum and a continuation in the new direction. And I will catch if this is a trade, if this is price action and the trend is higher highs, higher lows, because everything moves in ups and downs until we don't see that. And then we usually see a break of structure and then we can't continue to take the highs and we continue to go. So everything moves up and downs as up and downs. I'm not looking for this high anymore. I'm looking for this low, or this high right here would be my confirmation, because we have a break of structure. And then probably looking for, I'd actually honestly probably be more interested in this one.
Yeah.
Because this didn't quite take this low out. This one took the low out and then we retested. And especially if we're seeing it in like a high volume node or any area of significance, that's where I'd be looking to short to take out the liquidity here and liquidity here. So your take profit 1 would be here to take out the liquidity, take profit 2 there if you want to, and then probably close 50% of the trade here and then let the rest ride. Move your stop to this last low, so that if we do come up, that's a break of structure. You want to be out of that trade anyways. You've taken profit. The rest is, if it continues to go down, great. You can continue to get paid. You've already made sure that you're going to get paid. Pay the trader, and then the rest works for you. If it gets, and then actively looking for the exact same thing in the opposite direction. So yeah, right now this would be inverted. We want to see us come up, come down, hold the green line. And then you're looking to enter, and then your stop loss is below the low. Because if you're taking this low out, you know you're going to go and get the liquidity down there. So you don't want to be the guy whose stop loss is down here if you know you're taking this low out. Because this is going to get taken out. All liquidity under here, if this low gets lost, all of it's getting taken out. So you may as well be the guy that's getting taken out right here. Because why would you lose, there's
small losses.
Right? Small losses are fine.
Yeah.
Small losses are
you don't
fine.
need to lose the whole bag there.
No, exactly. So, but ultimately, though, we are coming down to this trend line, which I do think is going to be significant. So we are going to also pay attention to that, because it would also make sense for us to go a little bit lower before getting a bounce, and maybe even deviate outside of this range, because then it would look like because then if we deviate outside, you can put a long with a real tight stop loss, because if we can't get back inside, well, then it's dumping. So you want to be out of that for sure. But also could be a short trap, because if it comes down, everybody shorts and it gets back inside. No, then we have a bunch of liquidity for everybody shorting who had their stops all in here, and then you're riding the long up to get all the liquidity, taking profits along the way. It's not as complicated as it sounds.
No, it really isn't. And don't forget, you can always go ask AI to explain this a lot easier.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is continue to do your own research, and spend some time to have some laughs every once in a while. But
that's right.
But ultimately, like, learn every day. You want to continue to learn. You want to stay young, learn every day. School made me think I hated learning. It wasn't until I finished school that I was like, wow, I love learning.
Yeah, because you started learning what you wanted to learn.
Exactly, and how I wanted to learn it at my own pace, of course, right?
That's
like
right.
all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
To do.
Also, like, being able to be, like, when they're like the definitive right and wrong answer, I find in life, like, there's more than one right answer and there's more than one wrong answer.
And there's multiple ways to come to the solution.
Of course, right? Of course. And that's just like that's one of the big things that's so wrong with school. It's like, you need to do it this way, and this is the answer, and this is how you get there.
And don't work with anybody.
Yeah.
Everything in life is
cheating.
built with somebody else for some reason.
No
but
cheating.
In school, you don't work with anybody.
Yeah. No cheating. No.
wonder why you have a fucking world of people who can't work with each other. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's all designed for the school system that we still follow pretty much today. Was all designed on factory workers.
I know.
Right in the early 1900s, they wanted to create factory workers, so they created schools in the way that the curriculum is to create factory workers, and has never been updated because
for 8 hours, right?
Because it's been working so well for them that why would they do anything about it? It's been working so well. All right, well, we've been streaming for an hour. I think we got some time for some golden tea. Should we get into some golden tea? Let's get some golden tea going. I've been playing some golden tea lately. I've been killing it.
Shorts there. Yeah, goddamn chipping is
Oh,
on par
man.
now. I'm not liking this.
I've had a couple good ones. All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us today. Make sure to smash the like and drop a comment. Let us know how you feel about the markets. Let us know if you think that we're going to be going into a bear market or bull market, or if it doesn't matter to you at all. I wish you a good day. Go outside and touch some grass, even if it's raining. Take the chance. Yeah, it's good. All right. Peace out. See you guys next time.
Let's get going.
Oh. I recommend putting your opinions aside and learning how to think logically